Where all those teams are from there as we look at the Class A map, and it's our hats off to all of the entry
in the white taking on Luverne in the red, which should be a very, very good matchup. Starting lineups for Luverne: number 11, Greg Carroll; Joel Elbers, number 15, Mike Hoyland, number 32, Gordy Hansen, number 50, their big man inside, and Tim Vick, number 52. For Lake City, Al Seward, number 34, Ryan Holm, number 42, the big man, along with Pat Haska inside, Mark Augustine, 32, and Gary Gwaltney, number 20. The winner taking on Clara City tomorrow in the semifinals.
Both of these clubs don't have the most impressive records coming into the tournament, but these are the clubs to watch out for. They worked very hard through regional play, and they're here in the state tournament. Anything can happen.
All right, Luverne with the basketball. This is Greg Carroll, the playmaking guard out front. They face a 2-3 zone defense. Try to get it inside. Vink with the basketball. Elbers back outside to Carroll. Working hard on Gordy Hansen inside, number 51. Just getting started here at Williams Arena. No score. Luverne in the red. Shot on its way. Good. Baseline jumper, Mike Hoyland. Lake City now with the basketball. Gwaltney brings it to Holm, number 42. Seward. Shot on its way. Augustine rolls around, wouldn't fall. Pulled away by Gordy Hansen. Boy, that ball wanted to fall.
You know, this Lake City team, their coach Jerry Snyder admits he had to change his whole style of basketball down there once Randy Brewer left. Before it was feed the big man, and now it's a more balanced attack and a very strong defensive team.
The Luverne Cardinals in the red with the basketball. 17-6 on the season. Greg Carroll, number 11, number 53, Tim Vink, the big man inside. Stands 6'4". Elbers back outside, driving is Carroll, feeds it off, baseline jumper once again. No good this time by Hoyland, and a foul is called on number 53, Tim Vink.
Luverne has one of the bigger lineups here in the state tournament. 6'5" Gordy Hansen, Tim Vink at 6'4", Mike Hoyland at 6'3", and then at guard Joel Elbers 6'1", and number 10, 5'9" Greg Carroll.
Augustine with the basketball to Seward. They feed it inside. Shot up and in. It falls in. Haska with the basket. Game tied at 2. 6 minutes left to go, first quarter. I wouldn't be surprised. There it is. I was just going to say, looking for the baseline shot again with Hoyland and Vink. That was Vink with the basketball, but they like the baseline shot so far. Carroll, number 11. Tough zone defense. Shutting down Gordy Hansen inside, trying to cut off all the passing lanes. Luverne has been running some guys along the baseline, but not now. Inside, Hansen puts it up, no good. And a foul called underneath. It's going to go on Bryant Holm, number 42.
We talked about Lake City's outstanding defense. Luverne has a pretty good defense too. In 10 of their regular season games, they held their opponents under 50 points. That's quite an accomplishment.
At the free throw line, Gordy Hansen. Gordy, a 6'5" junior. First free throw is in. 3-2, Luverne on top. From southwestern Minnesota, way down there. Second free throw on its way and good. So Hansen hits a pair, 4-2 Cardinals.
A couple of nice looking shots from the line for Hansen.
Gwaltney brings it up. Over to Holm. Inside. Shot on its way. No good. That was Haska. Haska back up off the glass. Wouldn't fall. Rebound again, and a foul is called. And it's going to be over the back on Augustine. Good hustling on the offensive boards by Lake City.
It's going to be interesting to see that matchup inside. Haska with a couple of those big guys on him underneath all day long. Gordy Hansen and Tim Vink. They just kind of sag in on Haskell, and they're going to make it real tough on him.
Luverne starting 3 juniors in their lineup. Carroll, number 11. Hoyland, Vink tries to pass it, probably should have taken the shot. 5:05 to go first quarter, 4-2. Gwaltney brings it up. Augustine, home on the baseline jumper, no good. Didn't follow the shot, and the rebound pulled away by Luverne. Carroll with the basketball. Takes it to the baseline and sets it back up out front. Hoyland back to Carroll. Trying to shut down the 2 big guys inside, Vink and Hansen, with that zone defense. They're going to have to take some shots from outside. There's Hansen on the shot. Nice touch, but wouldn't go. Rebound by Hoyland, no good. And Luverne keeps possession. 4:20 to go first quarter. 4-2, the Cardinals. Low scoring first quarter so far. Alley-oop pass inside. Tipped away, but Elbers keeps control. Alley-oop again, Hansen off the glass. 6-2, Luverne. They wanted that play to work, and they got it that time. Gwaltney brings it up. Seward with the basketball, driving to the base. Too far underneath and missed the shot. And Luverne. Elbers back to Carroll. Over to Hoyland. Cross-court pass to Elbers. Shot on its way. No good. And Lake City with a chance to cut the lead to 2. 3.5 minutes to go first quarter. The winner playing Clara City tomorrow. Gwaltney. Seward had a notion, but passes it back. Jump shot by Augustine, no good. Tapped away, but recovered by Gwaltney, and they set it back up. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Almost a steal by Elbers. There's the baseline shot. No good by Seward, and again, Lake City on the offensive boards. Gwaltney puts up a baseline jumper and gets it. 6-4 the score. Luverne on top. Let's go back now to the AA game at the St. Paul Civic Center. At Lake City in the white and with the basketball. Augustine, baseline jumper home, no good. Batted away and taken down Luverne. Carroll on the break. Puts up the jump shot from the free throw line, no good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up, blocked away, and Lake City recovers. 1:15 to go, first quarter. Gwaltney with the basketball. The home on the baseline. Luverne in a 2-1-2 zone defense. Lake City having trouble finding Haskell inside. He's their main gun. Tapped away, battled around Luverne with the basketball, but stolen away. A bad pass, and Seward now brings it up. He's got Holm to his right, but takes the jumper. No good. Holm was there, but good position inside by Carroll to block him off, and Luverne with 35 seconds. A chance to extend their lead to 6.
You know, Randy, this has been an outstanding season for Lake City basketball. Last weekend, their girls team in the state tournament. Now their boys team here in the boys state tournament. Says a lot for that Lake City basketball program.
Luverne will take one shot with 15 seconds to go. Elbers back to Carroll. Vink. We're down to 8 seconds. 7, 6. Vink on the jumper. Missed it. Short. Lake City with the ball. They're going to have to hurry. Gwaltney with one.
Totoretta, so we're trying to...
Here at Williams Arena, 14-8. Laverne on top by 6. We've got 3 minutes to go in the first half. Laverne has made a few lineup changes. Darwin Siebenaller is in, number 25, and Scott Smythe, number 45. And we've got a timeout. 14-8. Laverne on top by 6 points. And they have played 40 seconds, under 40 seconds to go in the first half. Laverne on top, 14-10. Lake City in the white with the basketball. Gwaltney, number 20. Number 24, Tom Heimer, shot on his way, no good by Augustine. Offensive boards, a traveling call there, although Lake City with a turnover there, but they've been doing very well on the offensive boards. They've been having some trouble on the defensive boards, though, and getting the ball back. Luverne has also been getting second and third shots.
Well, you've got Gordy Hansen and Tim Vink inside for Luverne. Hansen stands at 6'5", Vink 6'4", and there are a couple of towers that you have to battle with, but Lake City, as you said, has been doing a very good job. I think what Lake City has to start doing a little more of is maybe shooting from the outside.
From the wings and trying to get pull that zone out a little bit.
Luverne, I can see why they've held so many teams below 50 points. They have an outstanding zone defense.
Keep an eye on Gordy Hansen, number 51, inside. He's getting double, sometimes triple team. Also getting ready to start the third quarter. Luverne on top, 16-10.
Leading scorers in the first half, Luverne was led by Gordy Hansen with 6 points. Then Greg Carroll, Joel Elbers, Mike Holand, and Scott Smythe had 2 apiece. Lake City led by Pat Haska with 4, Brian Holm, Mark Augustine, and Gary Waltney with 2 apiece.
All right, Lake City with the basketball. They're in the white, Luverne in the red. Luverne up by 6, Gwaltney number 20. Luverne staying in their zone defense. They played much of the first half. Very well, I might add. Inside Haska rather, no good, and pulled away by Gordy Hansen.
Lake City still trying to get the ball inside to Haska, and I would imagine that if they start shooting from the outside, they're going to be back in this ball game.
Greg Carroll from outside for Luverne, 18-10. 7:10 to go in the third quarter. The winner playing Clara City tomorrow in the semifinals in Class A. It'll be tomorrow afternoon. Haska, they pass it around. Almost stolen away. Foul called on Gordy Hansen.
You know, Randy, we talked about Lake City's success here in the state tournament. Let's talk a little bit about Luverne. They played in the first ever state tournament in 1913, and then we're in the tournament 35, 36, 38. As we look at the replay and the foul committed there, they had some great teams in the mid-30s and also in the mid-60s when they were down here in 1964. They were champions, 65, 67, and back again in 71, and they're here in 1983.
Quite a tradition at Luverne High School in southwestern Minnesota. Luverne getting a turnover, 18-10, 6:43 to go, third quarter. Both teams evenly matched, play the same types of game. They set up their offense, work for the good shot. Stolen away. Augustine brings it up for Lake City. Back outside to Gwaltney. It's guarded closely by Joel Elbers, but he gets around him. Home now, drives the baseline. And we've got a foul called. 18-10 our score. Let's go back to the Civic Center. 18-10, Luverne on top. They're in the red, Lake City in the white. Lake City 15-8 on the season. Luverne 17-6. Lake City with the basketball. Number 32 is Mark Augustine. He's got it right now. Gwaltney with it, guarded by Joel Elbers. Luverne still playing that tough zone defense, trying to keep Pat Haska out of this game if they can. Number 50. He's been running the post inside along with Holm. Tipped away off the leg of Zink and right in front of us here. Tim Vink, number 53.
Boy, did he go down hard.
I thought he was going to end up my lap. You'd end up doing the game by yourself, I think. He's a big kid, 6'5". 18-10, Luverne. Stolen away, and here they come on the break. Elbers to Hansen, Gordy Hansen off the glass, and a foul's called. Guy can move for a big guy.
I have the attendance figure for Williams Arena this afternoon, 6,633. Not a bad turnout for an afternoon session in Class A ball.
You know, we talked about Jerry Snyder, the coach over at Luverne, has been coaching a long time, has an outstanding record.
Lauren Carroll, in his head coaching career, 337 wins, 173 losses. And at Luverne alone, he's won 150 and lost 92. Very impressive.
Hansen with the first free throw, 19-10. The Cardinals on top. Lake City has still not scored here in the third quarter. Second free throw is missed, almost tipped in. And a foul is called on Hoyland. Nice try by Hoyland. Good hustle. That's 3 team fouls on Luverne, only 1, or 4 team fouls on Luverne, I should say, only 1 on Lake City. First one on Hoyland. No pressure as Lake City will bring the ball up. Still looking for the first points of the second half. This is Holm in the baseline corner. Gets it inside, shot up and in. Nice pass to Al Seward, 19-12.
That was nice to see, Randy, because now you know Lake City is going to start shooting a little bit better here in the second half. They just had to get the lid off the basket and get things rolling again.
Full court pressure causes some errant passes, but Luverne will keep possession. 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Greg Carroll, the playmaking guard, with the basketball. 2-3 zone defense by Lake City. Luverne is still trying to work it inside of their 2 big guys. They may have to shoot from the wings to loosen it up, though. There's the pass inside to Hansen. Hoyland on the jumper. Misses it. Hansen on the rebound. He got it. Gordy Hansen. 21-12. Luverne on top. Let's go back to the Civic Center in St. Paul. All right, ready in the white with the basketball, trailing by 9, 21-12. Here in the third quarter, Randy Shaver along with Jeff Passel. 2 minutes to go. Tough defensive game. As you see, Luverne almost triple teaming inside. Baseline jumper, no good. He follows the shot. Back up. Good move. Al Seward. You know, they teach you that in school. You got to follow your shot. Good example right there of what that can do for you. 21-14.
Seward has the only 2 buckets for Lake City here in the second half.
Lake City only averaging 45 points a game on offense and giving up only 40. Off the foot of Gordy Hansen. Seward with the basketball on a break. He's going to have to set it up, though. No help underneath. Waltley now. We're under a minute and a half to go, third quarter.
One thing we've noticed different from today's first game, both of these clubs here are very methodic and deliberate about what they do. They'll take it down, set it up, and wait for the shot.
Augustine on the jumper. The score is a good indication of that. Inside rebound, back up off the glass. No good. Nice try by Haska, but Hansen clears the board. Basketball, having trouble getting it inside. Now to 6. Carroll on the jumper. No good. Battle for underneath. Back up inside, and the foul is called with 2 seconds left on Brian Holm, number 42. 21-14. The Cardinals of Luverne on top. 3rd team foul in Lake City. And 2nd foul on Holm.
You really can't blame Holm on that play. Couple seconds remaining. They're trying to get the ball. They want to make sure Luverne doesn't get that last second shot. Here you see the play underneath. Holm comes in over the back and commits the foul.
For Luverne, Joel Pickett, number 55, getting the first free throw. First time we've seen Joel this afternoon. Second one is good. So he cashes in on a pair. 2 seconds to go, third quarter. 9-point lead. Long pass, Hail Mary, and a foul is called. With 1 second left, this is on Joel Elbers. I would say that's not too smart of a foul, but at this point, 2 seconds is a lot of time. Soon the clock doesn't start until the ball is touched.
Well, Coach Lauren Carroll of Luverne was up off the bench kind of shaking his head after that one. I would imagine he just soon not see the foul in that situation.
All right, Brian Holm will go to the foul line. 1 second to go, third quarter. 1-1. First one on its way. No good. Back up and good. And the basket will come. Great play by Mark Augustine. And that makes the score 23-16. Luverne on top. Let's go back to the Civic Center. Luverne with a 7-point lead. 7:45 to go in the basketball game. We've got a jump ball inside between Tim Vink and number 34, Al Seward.
I'll tell you, both these clubs are hungry. They're going all out there. They want the ball.
Luverne with only 7 points in the third quarter. Lake City only scored 6. Low scoring game. We've got a violation on the jump ball, and it's going to go to Luverne. Not a popular call to Lake City people, but
number 34, Al Seward, was wise. He was jumping against Tim Vink, and Vink had the height advantage. Seward just backed off and decided to let Vink bat the ball, but he jumped away a little too early.
Greg Carroll outside to Elbers, back to Carroll. 2-3 zone defense by Lake City. try the alley-oop pass inside. The ball goes out of bounds. Luverne will control it. Luverne has been successful with that pass, getting it inside to Gordy Hansen, who's having a good afternoon. Vink, number 53, 6'4" senior, averaging 6 points a game. The big redhead, number 53. There is Hansen inside, puts it up, no good, and the foul is called underneath. So Gordy Hansen will go to the foul line. That's the man they need to get the ball to.
The foul will go to Al Seward of Lake City, and that's his second here this afternoon. He's a very aggressive player.
So is this guy at the line. Hansen, a 6'5" junior, 15-point average. High game this year, 32 points. He misses the first one. 5 team fouls now on Luverne, 4 on Lake City. Hansen will get one more. It's up. No good off the front of the rim. He gets his own rebound, puts it back up. No good. And pulled away. And lost then by Lake City, so Luverne gets a break.
Well, that's a real unfortunate turnover for Lake City. Hansen missed both shots there, then missed on his own rebound. It bounces off a Lake City player, goes out of bounds, and Luverne gets the ball back.
Carroll on the shot, no good. Hansen was there, but didn't quite get a hold of it. Nice hustle by Greg Carroll. Then we'll go over to Lake City. 7:03 to go in the basketball game.
You know, Lake City came into this tournament with a composite one-loss state tournament record of 6 wins and 2 losses. Now, I don't know if you can credit that so much to the players on the floor, because quite frankly, year to year, you've got different personnel, but you have to credit Jerry Snyder, a very impressive tournament record.
Jerry Snyder upset with that turnover. He wants a timeout. Stops the clock. 6:52 to go in the ball game. Luverne on top by 7, 23-16.
Turnaround jump shot, good body control. Mark Gill, scramble for the ball.
For now, Luverne has opened it up here in the fourth quarter. At the foul line is Gordy Hansen. He's got 11 points on the afternoon, making it 32-16. They've doubled the score now on Lake City. The Tigers want to get in it. They're going to have to start right now. Shot missed outside by Seward. So Luverne now starting to take control. 4:40 left to go in the basketball game.
I think we can credit Luverne for playing some outstanding defense, but Lake City has been ice cold from the field here in the second half.
Nice pass inside. Bink missed the shot, but he'll go to the foul line for 2. In fact, Lake City has scored only 6 points in the second half. They only had 10 points in the first half. It's been a frustrating afternoon.
Taking a look at the replay, the nice pass inside, he puts it up, and the foul on Al Seward, number 34 of Lake City.
32-16, another smart timeout by Jerry Snyder. Let's go back now to the Civic Center. Tom Ryther and Jim Dunn. 16, Luverne on top, 4.5 minutes to go at the foul line. Tim Vink. So far this afternoon, Tim with 5 points. He'll get a 1-and-1. First one on its way, no good off the front of the rim and pulled away by Pat Haska, who has not been much of a factor this afternoon for Lake City. They need his scoring. They also need Mark Augustine, their leading scorer, who has not had a good afternoon as well. Home on the shot, no good. They're just not falling for Lake City. Jump ball between Vink and Haska.
You really have to feel for Lake City. You're talking about how the shots aren't falling. I mentioned earlier, they're ice cold from the field. And I said before, this stuff starts snowballing. You don't hit the shots, you get frustrated, you commit a few fouls, you send the other team to the line.
I think we've got a mix-up right now. And what it was there was supposed to be a 2-shot foul at the other end. And they gave him a 1-and-1. Lauren Carroll caught it. And they're going to send Vink back down to the other end to shoot his other free throw. And then they'll go back to the other end.
Well, that is some heads-up coaching by Lauren Carroll.
So Vink with a free throw, missed it.
So it didn't matter anyway.
So now we'll come down to the other end, and Vink will jump circle. Inside with Pat Haska. 4:16 to go. Scramble for the ball. Elbers lays it up. No good. Right. What a follow by Vink, but he didn't get it, and we've got a foul.
And there you see the frustration. Number 24 of Lake City, Tom Heimer, coming over the back. He really didn't have to there. It was going to be an obvious foul, but Lake City is just, doggone it, they can't make any shots here. Here you see the replay. Joel Elbers off to the races. He misses the shot. The follow-up by Vink. Now watch here. Heimer right over the back.
All over it. Heimers came up and shook Vink's hand. Apologize, 32-16. Vink with a 1-and-1. First one's up, and he got it. So Luverne is really taking control of this basketball game. If things stay the way they are, they're going to match up against Clara City. It's going to be a good battle inside between the big men for both teams.
Luverne got into the state tournament with a couple of exciting regional playoff games. They beat Wyndham 52-50 in double overtime, and then took on Blue Earth in the final, won by 2, 43-41.
Our score right here, 34-16. We're down to 4 minutes to go on the basketball. Top by 16, 36-20. It's been a frustrating afternoon for Lake City. Only 4 points scored for them in the fourth quarter. Only 10 points scored in the first half, only 10 in the second half. They've had good shots, they just haven't fallen. Just weren't falling for them today.
Luverne is known for their outstanding defense, but like you said, Lake City has gotten the shots, boy, around and off. It's just been a real frustrating day, not only for the Lake City team, but kind of a frustrating game to watch because you want them to make the shot, and they're just not going down.
Lake City making some changes now. John Balo is in, number 44, and a timeout has been called. 1:17 to go in the basketball game, so Luverne looks like it's going to be advancing. Let's go back to the Civic Center. Timeout has been called, even though Coach Lauren Carroll didn't want one called. He's going to get it anyway. 36-22, Luverne on top by 14. Let's go back now to the Civic Center real quick. 23 seconds and counting. Substitutes are in for both teams. 14-point lead for Luverne. Shot from outside, good. Darwin Siebenahler makes it 38-22. Pass down court. Rothengarn, number 30. 1 second, and that's it. We did see very quickly Rick Brewer, Randy's brother, in for Lake City for a short time here in the fourth quarter, but it's all over. Luverne, a winner, 38-22.
You know, it had to be a proud moment for Mr. and Mrs. Brewer. They were sitting up behind us here, all the success that Randy's enjoyed, and now another son in a state tournament game. Unfortunately, Lake City came out on the bottom side of this one. Luverne winning it 38-22.
All right, Clara City now will match up against Luverne. That'll be tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. Clara City 23